Hello friends and welcome to another Bluebird Art Studios drawing video. My name is Miss Emma and today we'll be drawing an octopus in the ocean. For this you'll just need a piece of paper, some crayons, a Sharpie, pencil, pen, and a whiteout marker. Let's get started. Our first step for today's drawing will be to grab our pencil and mark out a circle for our octopus's head. We'll sketch out a large circle in the middle of the page. Now we'll start sketching out where the tentacles are going to go. We'll have 7 of them visible. I'll start the first one right here and make a curling line which goes up and another directly under it, and one more just swooping to the side. For the tentacle in the middle, I'm going to start a line right here and do a curve that goes down, and then moving on to the left side, I'll start up here and curl back into the octopus's body, have one under that does an organic curve shape, and our 7th one will go right in between the middle and the one that we just drew. While we're here, we can go ahead and draw 2 eyes. I'll place them on the lower part of the circle, and in between them, a little smile. Now we'll finish off our sketch of the tentacles. So I'll start at the first line that we made and pull it down to meet the other line, and we'll do the same thing for the second. For the third, we're going to connect the line we've made right here with the start of this line. And then in between the 2 of these, we'll make a line that comes straight down and one to curl this tentacle into the one that we just made. Now for the one on the top left, we'll do a curved line going into the one directly under it, and we'll curl in the other direction to finish the last tentacle. Now before we add any of the details to the underside of the tentacles, I'm going to erase the line on the underside of the head, starting at the tentacle second from the left and erasing up until the tentacle second to the right. Now I'm going to use a smooth curved line to connect the end of the head to the tentacles that we just erased next to. Now to begin some details. So to make the underside of the tentacles, I'll make a line that goes up halfway on this one, and then add a suction cup by drawing a circle on the bottom. We'll do the same thing to the tentacle under it. For this one, I'll add 3 suction cups or 3 circles. Continuing on like this, we'll make another curved line mimicking the line of the tentacle that we've already drawn. Then I'll draw 4 ovals under this one to make the suction cups look angled. For this tentacle, I'm going to curve down, back up, and then into the tip, and do the same ovals. And we'll do the same thing with this one, and a few suction cups. And last but not least, the one on the left, we'll just curve down and add 2 circles. At this point, we can switch to our Sharpie and begin carefully outlining the lines that we've created. We'll also color in the eyes with our Sharpie and the smile. For this next step, you can stick with your Sharpie, but I'm going to switch to a pen to get fine lines, and we'll go over the details of the octopus's tentacles. At this point, we're going to use the eraser of our pencil and get rid of any of the pencil lines we see coming through the Sharpie or pen. After we finished our outline and erased all the pencil marks, we are ready to start coloring. We'll start with the base for the octopus's body. I'm going in with a red-violet crayon and lightly coloring in the main area of the animal. Now you'll notice that I'm doing my best to make the strokes of my crayon go in the same direction to make the drawing appear neat. Now once we get down to the tentacles, we're only going to color in the top part of them, not the part with the pen and the circles. Take your time and do your best to avoid coloring in the underside of the octopus's tentacles. Now once we're done with this, I'm going to stay with the same crayon and color in the suction cups or circles that we've drawn. I'm coloring these in a little bit darker than the body to give us some contrast. Now after this, we're going to switch to our red crayon and lightly color in the underside of the tentacles. This will give us a slight variation of color. Now we're going to take our violet or purple crayon and start adding in some shadows. I'll add in some light shading on the right side of the octopus's face, and then a little bit of shading on the back tentacles on either side, along with some light shading on the other ones. And if you like, you can take your red violet crayon, which is the first one that we used, and add a little bit of blush under the eyes of the octopus. If you do this, do your best to blend it into the rest of the face. Now we'll take our blue-green crayon and begin coloring in the background. Just like we did with the base color on the octopus, we're going to try to keep our strokes clean and going in the same direction. Do your best to be careful as you navigate around the tentacles to not color over them. Now, as we color in the bottom of the canvas, we're going to make it darker than we've done for the top, pushing down harder with your crayon. And once we get to this point, we're going to use this area to lightly blend in between the lighter and darker areas of our background. Now that we have the base of our background, we're going to add in a few details. Pick up your green or dark green crayon, and I'll add a little bit of this color into the sea floor. And we'll use it especially to blend in this area of our drawing. Now, keeping with the same crayon, we're just going to freehand some seaweed, going up in curved lines. Here's one leaf, and we'll color it in, and add a few more like it. The second, and a third appearing behind the octopus. We'll do this on either side of our drawing. Now I'm going to switch to my dark blue and add a few bubbles around the canvas. We'll vary them in sizes, making some bigger and some smaller. I'm not completely coloring in the inside of the circles either, just shading. Spread them out randomly but evenly throughout your paper. And last but not least, we'll use our whiteout pen to add some highlights in the eyes. I'll put one here and the second here. And once you have finished this step, we are done with today's drawing. Thanks for watching, creative friends. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I hope you've had fun drawing this masterpiece with me today. We'd love to see what you've drawn, so feel free to share your art with us. We'll see you next time, and stay artsy.